Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Michael. Once again, I hope that you're happy and you're healthy. Those are the two things I always wish for you. I just got out of an incredible interview and they asked me such an important question. I wanted to share that with you today. It related very much to the TED Talk that I did a couple of weeks ago called Check Your BS. And what it was supposed to be was your belief systems. Check your belief systems. And what is a belief system? Let's start with that. It's anything that you've allowed yourself to believe about yourself. Should we say that again? It's anything that you've allowed yourself to believe about yourself. How do you do a BS, a belief system check? Well, you take any area of your life where you're not seeing the results you want, or you believe you could be seeing better results. Maybe it's something at work. Maybe it's an addiction you've been trying to kick for the longest time, but you just can't get out of it. Maybe it's a relationship you're struggling with. Maybe it's the connection you're having with your child. It could be any phase of your life. We all have our belief system or our BS. It's any part of our lives where we've allowed ourselves to believe a certain thing about ourselves in that area, and now it's just not producing the results that you would like to see. Let me give you a very easy example. I sat down one day with a general manager from a particular region. Actually, I'll tell you, it was China. And that general manager looked at me, and in the first 10 minutes of ever meeting me, for the first time in my life, I'm meeting this guy, and he says, "You're too nice." And I said, "Is that a compliment?" And he said, "No. You're too nice because here in this region, we shout to get results. We shout at our people, we tell our people like it is, and that's how we get results." And I was shocked. I thought to myself, imagine this guy waking up every morning, gearing himself up to shout at people all day. Imagine the people that report to him. What a miserable life they're probably having with this guy in charge. What's incredible is this guy had the lowest guest results, lowest employee engagement results. No surprise, right? He had the lowest results in that entire region, and yet here he was holding on to these belief systems, believing that he had to get up every morning and shout at these people. Were these belief systems working for him? Absolutely not. But he had made it because he had repeated it enough to himself. It created a strong neural pathway and just became part of his language. It became part of his BS, his belief systems. Anyway, I hope that story has helped you relate. And what I would absolutely love for you to do is in this time of lockdown, check your BS. How do you check your BS? You start at the heart. You think, what are some areas I could be doing better in? You watch your focus in your feed, and you change and you watch your words, which help shape your world. So this person asked me an incredible question just now. She said, how do you get people to get ready for life ahead, for reopening, for life ahead of this lockdown? How do you get people ready? And I said, just leave the old BS behind. Don't come out of this quarantine, this lockdown, this incredible time that we've been given that you're never going to get back. Don't come out of it with the same BS. Leave some of that old BS behind. If you've had things in your life that you're not seeing the right results, whether it's relationships, whether it's addiction, don't come out with the same BS. Check, go back and see, what have I allowed myself to believe about myself? If it's, some people say to me, "Man, I wish I could be better at numbers." And I said, "Who told you you were bad at numbers?" And they said, "I've always been bad at numbers." I said, "Who told you were bad at numbers?" And they said, "A teacher in my third grade." Maybe the teacher was having an off day. Maybe it was a specific project, but you carried that with you. And today, every time the budgets come up, you genuinely believe you're bad at numbers. Now, where's that even come from? You've convinced yourself enough times that you're bad at numbers. That's where it comes from. It's become your own personal BS. Take any area of your life. I invite you to do that in this time. Don't let this time go to waste. I love you. I care about you. And I want to encourage you to leave the old BS behind and use this time to shape, create, redefine some new belief systems. Thank you very much and have a good evening.